Welcome to the lecture demonstration, The Approach of the Classical Ballet Repertory Through the Movement Concepts. As ballet dancers, we have acquired significant knowledge and many experiences during our dance education and career. When we switch from ballet dancing to ballet teaching, one main issue becomes of great importance. How effective are we in the process of passing on our knowledge and experience to younger dancers? As our way of teaching, due to our experiences, is richer than the one we have received ourselves, continuous research and self-reflection keeps us well informed and updated. This online lecture demonstration aims to arouse curiosity towards source of inspiration for studying classical ballet repertory other than the traditional ones. One such source could be, for instance, the movement concepts defined by the Laban Movement Analysis and the psychological associations with Carl Gustav Jung's vision. The complex connectivity patterns of movement may bring those interested in the process a deeper understanding of how functionality and expressivity of the ballet vocabulary and ballet syntax work. More precisely, the four effort factors, flow, weight, time, and space, with their elements associated with processes as precision, intention, decision, and attention, are bonded to Jung's defined patterns of feeling, sensing, intuiting, and thinking. After 360 years of ballet tradition, analyzing the learning, performing, and teaching ballet processes from a scientific awareness perspective brings a welcome refreshment. It increases the range of movement possibilities and enhances the quality of movement perception and interpretation. The approach of classical ballet through the movement concepts is just one of the many possible ways to understand the art form's complexity. Making acquaintance with other working frameworks is an enriching experience.
So we have the variation of the white swan. Everybody knows Swan Lake and everybody knows the white swan. Everybody appreciates the flow of the movement and the dreamy state. The question is, how do we realize it? Making the dancer aware of these weight shifts, about making the dancer aware upon the exploration of the flow, brings the dancer in a different state, and this state is a dream state. And bringing the dancer in the awareness of the weight and the flow, and adding the space upon that, then you create the spell drive. So you have this magic where everything is possible. Let's see it. So we concentrated here on the verticality, which is an important element of the movement, right? And this is connection that goes through the floor into the ceiling. Thank you. Good. What we go now the whole movement. So it's just one photograph, body phrasing, we're talking about body phrasing and about one element that brings the whole body in the movement. And then we have, for instance, just the beginning, right? Right, so it's one movement, and all of a sudden it brings the whole body in the movement. Thank you. Good. We go on with the diagram. So we have a direct space now, approach of the direct space. It's very clear where she wants to go. Simultaneous movement. We have the successive movement as well. So we have the precision now in the flow. Okay, thank you. So precision this is what we want to achieve. So we are going to repeat the last diagonal. Thank you. That's it. It has to be a feeling as well inside, right? Beautiful. Thank you, Miyu. Thank you. This was the dream state, or if you want, the spell drive. So we have the variation from La Sylphide. We are dealing still with the dream state and with the spell drive, and we are using the same elements of weight, flow, and space as in the White Swan. And both variations belong to these out of ordinary creatures. So one was the swan, or a woman that is interpreting a swan, or you can put it also swan under the shape of a woman. And we have now a creature which is very airy. This has nothing to do with the reality. It comes out of somewhere, disappears also out somewhere. And this is how we create magic. We are going to see now Shion doing it, and I'm going to say a couple of words afterwards. So it's very, very difficult for a dancer to interpret an airy creature. So this was the difficulty of Marita Leoni. That's why she took a lot of time to work, going up on the point, coming down off the point, in order to create this illusion. So the weight, it's very, very fine. So there is almost no contact with the floor. It's the illusion of just flying through the air, and in the same time the space is not a concrete direction, it's an indirect direction, and this is in the classical ballet extremely difficult to interpret. Of course in the modern dance it's easier to be indirect in spacing, but in the ballet it's hard because you have to deal with a lot of control, a lot of connections that you have to do in the body, and still fight to be So, we have to see now, if you please just do for me the beginning once again, okay? So we are still staying in the dream state, where the weight is very, very, very fine. And we have an indirect focus of the movement. So the illusion of no gravity at all. This is what we want to achieve. Thank you, Shion. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so we have Riku with a variation of Talisman. And what we will concentrate is upon the remote state. We have the elements of space and flow. And to these two elements we add the time. And then we are getting to the vision drive. So vision drive is a weightless landscape of thought, intuition and continuity. It's in a way freely soaring on the wings of instinct. Everything what is happening in this variation, it should be an outthinking, in an out-of-body experience. Riku, when you're ready, we can start. Right? This is what we want to achieve, this weightless, the feeling of flying through the air. We are going to come back now to the central part, right? Faster relevé, yeah? Right, faster relevé. Very nice, very nice. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So we chose the variation of Pas Club from the Corsair to present the action drive. So the action drive, we have the elements of time, weight and space. So it's the sense that the movement came out of nowhere and disappeared just as it appears. It's an experience of weighted thinking and deciding. as a metaphor, and this will be like punch your power now. Right. Thank you, Diana. This was really punching your power now. Thank you. Thank you. So we have an example for the awake state and for the action drive, and we chose a variation of combat classique. Elsa? One of the characteristics of the awake state is the combination of time and space. And if we quote from Carl Gustav Jung, we would say, I attend to make decisions on the psychological level. Definitely a firm weight approach and a very direct space approach. And she definitely makes the right decisions. Very much, Elsa. Thank you. Well done. Well done. So we took the awakening of Flora variation in order to make an example of two different states, the remote state and the mobile state, which are coming together in the vision drive. Kurumi, ready to go. So we are in a weightless landscape of thought, intuition and continuity. We are freely soaring on the wings of instinct. Everything what we are doing looks like an out-of-the-body experience. We connect space and flow. Would say, I attend to my feelings. We connect them also time and flow. And Jung could also say, I intuit my feelings. Thank you, Kurumi. Right, so we are coming now to two different states, a rhythm state and a stable state, and both connected bring us to the action drive. We used this solo of Riku in our new premiere with Archetypus that we have performed in Sibiu and Cluj-Napoca in our Romanian tour. Thank you. State where my mass decides. It is not only weight and time, it is also weight and space, and we are coming to the stable state, and it goes about my thinking intention. So we have in this drive, action drive, the elements of the mass that decides and the intention of the thinking. So it's a combination of float, punch, dab, flick, press. All these elements are inside of the solo. Which are very, very well connected by Riku. Thank you, Riku. So one very, very useful tool was also the principle of Bartenian fundamentals. And I would like now just to show one of these pattern of connectivity, and this is the core distal pattern. So we have a fourth arabesque, Lisa. Right. So it goes about the connections, what we connect with what, yeah? So we connect definitely the center. It's enough if you go like bottom, that's very nice. And now we connect the center with the limbs, sending the limbs out into the space. That's the message of this. Right. Very beautiful. And now you lift the leg. And you keep the connection, right, center the connection between fingers and toes, right, you're sending everything into the space, right, the vertical axis. This is very beautiful. Thank you. Relax. How would look the movement if you are not doing this connection? So the movement looks shorter, it looks stiffer, it looks maybe not so in harmony with the space, as when you use the connectivity, right? I call this the connectivity. And the energy goes out, and the energy goes out. That's very nice. Watch the lines, the vertical line and the highest